Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, man. If you guys like daily Lakers content, you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We have the buyout market tomorrow, and dude, the Lakers right now are miserable. Like, this team is absolutely miserable. They just had a very embarrassing loss to the New Orleans Pelicans last night, and you have all these reports saying LeBron's mad at Russ doesn't give a shit. Like, there's just so many crazy things coming out of LA right now. There's talks of trade LeBron, trade AD. I'm in, who said it? Shaquille. I think Shaq said it earlier today. He was like, if you trade LeBron, you won't win for a very long time. I agree with that. I really don't think the Lakers will or should or want to trade LeBron. I don't think they want to do any of those three things. I mean, same goes with Anthony Davis. I don't even think they have an Anthony Davis problem. I think if anything, you got a horrible bench. Like, dude, outside of their top three players, they're all, like, they're not that great. It's not that surprising. Like, half of these dudes that you acquire in the offseason, like Kent Bazemore, Wayne Ellington, like DeAndre Jordan, like, maybe 5 years ago we're talking something here, but that Lakers bench is just depleted, dude, and there's too many holes, and there are three stars. Like, they can't do everything every single night, especially if, like, your second best player is injured every other time he steps out onto the court, he gets a new injury. So we have Corey Joseph to talk about today, and I have this thing here. I think this is from Bleacher Report. Here's actually what I like. Corey Joseph is on a 2-year, $10.1 million, so next season, $5.2 million player option. And that's why I really like the idea of Corey Joseph. Now, real quick, I don't think Detroit's buying out Corey Joseph because, first off, just more depth. Good veteran to have, with Killian and Cade in the mix. But, that player option, signed him for 2 years. Like, I just have a hard time believing that they would just, like, give up on him mid-season and just eat the salary for next year. I really like him on the Lakers. I really do. He's only 30. He's played 82 playoff games, and he won a championship ring with the 2013-2014 San Antonio Spurs, shooting 43% from downtown this season. Like, literally 43%. He's only a career 34% three-point shooter, but in recent years, like, ever since 2019 when he went to Sacramento, like, that's really where he got going. But honestly, I think the main reason, actually, for all of his, like, low three-point shooting stats was mainly from when he first got drafted to the Spurs. Like, he was not a good three-point shooter whatsoever there. He shot, like, 31% in his 4 years down in San Antonio, where he wasn't playing too much until the tail end, where he was getting some bench minutes, like 15 for the final 2 years. But Corey Joseph, like, last season, dude, this guy shot 9.3 field goals per game, took 2 threes. He's kind of taken 2 threes every game of his, or every season of his career. But you've really seen kind of like an uptake in just, like, shot attempts since he got to Detroit. Maybe not so much this season, but last year was a good year for Corey in Detroit. He only played 19 games, 12 points per game, about 5.5 assists, about 3.2 rebounds. He shot 37% from downtown. He started 24 games so far for Detroit this season, but like I said, I just really like this because, dude, the Lakers bench is so bad. Like, I'm sorry, but dude, it is so bad, and it's so frustrating how there's still no Kendrick Nunn. Like, if you knew there was going to be no Kendrick Nunn for the whole damn season, like what is going on? I look at this Lakers bench, and outside of Carmelo, there is not one consistent dude on it. Kent Bazemore, 3 points last night. THT, 5 points last night, 2 of 7 shooting. Stanley Johnson, 4 points. DJ, 2 points. Wayne Ellington, 9 points. Malik Monk, 0. Then you take a look into the starting lineup, and you have just Trevor Ariza, who offensively sucks, 3 points. Austin Reeves, starting shooting guard last night, 2 points. Like, LA is desperate right now for some dude who just knows what he's doing. Like, just somebody who knows what he's doing. And honestly, Corey Joseph could start on the Lakers. Corey Joseph could start on this team. The only reason I would be against it is, like, literally solely because the bench is that bad, dude. Like, until Kendrick Nunn, if Kendrick Nunn comes back at some point this season, put Corey Joseph in the starting lineup. I love Malik Monk, but he's so inconsistent as well. Like, Corey Joseph's a guy you can actually just rely on. Like, you can just straight up rely on a guy like Corey Joseph when it matters. And I think with the pairing of him next to Russell Westbrook, that might work. That might not work. So start it off on the bench. Start it off on the bench. Maybe play some sets where you have both of those two guards playing with each other and just kind of go from there. But dude, this Lakers, like, they're so close to not making the playoffs, man. These losses are embarrassing. And you can tell, and like, even if the rumors of LeBron being pissed at Russ, you know, Russ not giving a damn, even if these aren't like true, because they probably aren't, LA right now is only 2.5 games ahead of New Orleans and Portland. And then they're only like 3.5 games ahead of the Spurs. So all three of those teams I just mentioned, they could pass the Lakers, dude. LA's 3-7 in their last 10. They have yet to win since their return from All-Star break. And it's just been ugly. It's just been ugly. And I'm really rooting for them, man. I'm really rooting for them. I'm still standing behind my belief that the Lakers will win the championship. And I'm still standing behind my belief that if there's one person on the entire planet who can play with Russell Westbrook in like a championship type of situation, like if there's one player who can take Russell Westbrook to the finals and win a finals for Russ, it's LeBron James. But they got to figure something out. And if they don't make any buyout moves and you keep guys like Bazemore and DJ, they might have to keep DJ because there's not really any other options. Like I said, this buyout market has been completely dead. And as someone pointed out in a video the other day, guys want their guaranteed money. That's just a harsh reality. Guys want their guaranteed money. But maybe not Corey Joseph because he's 30. He's still got some time left. Like, who really knows? But it's not looking good. I will say that it is not looking good for LA right now. My best guess is they don't make any moves. And that's probably more so because there's not really any moves to make. It's probably more so guys like Corey Joseph, guys like Robin Lopez, Gary Harris, Eric Bledsoe, they're not getting bought out. It's not looking like they're getting bought out in the next 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. So LA is probably going to have to figure something out with their own personnel, and we'll see how that works. But if you get a guy like Corey Joseph, I think it would do wonders for LA. I think if you get a guy like Corey Joseph, I think LA will make the playoffs, but I think that would like help guarantee it more. Drop a comment down below. Do you want to see Corey Joseph on the Lakers? Should the Lakers panic? Any comments you want to drop down below? I love hearing it from you guys. As always, hit the like button, hit that sub button for more Lakers content every single day, and I'll see you guys later.